Presented by Reliance Foundation. In partnership with Hindustan Times. Outdoor partner.
Hello and welcome to Real Heroes 2013 with me, Smriti Irani. The year gone by, 2012, was particularly difficult for millions of women, including me. And in the midst of all this anguish, we bring to you today stories of ordinary women who, through extraordinary efforts, have brought change to the lives of many.
जैसे लोग कहते हैं कि डर लगता है किसी के मरने जाने में या घबराहट होती है, मुझे तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं लगता। मैं तो सबको छू भी लेती हूँ, महिलाएं जो होती हैं उनको नेला धुला भी देती हूँ।
Nobody woke up one fine morning and decided to get into the sex trade, that they were trafficked, and that's what is likely to happen to the children if we do not give them an opportunity.
हम इतिहास बनाना चाहते हैं कि हम लोग एक दिन पैदा हुए थे, तो हम लोग कुछ करके मतलब जाएंगे, गुजरेंगे।
Even today in India, widows are ostracized and abandoned. Vrindavan is home to thousands of widows, young and old, who are left behind by those they call family. My first hero is Dr. Lakshmi Gautam, who made these widows her family.
They are called the widows of Vrindavan. Women who are a constant reminder of an age-old tradition that's unchanged by time. It's believed if these widows devote their lives to Lord Krishna, then someday the Supreme Power will free them from the cycle of life and death, and they'll attain moksha.
My husband is no more. I have no family left. Vrindavan is my home now.
ये दुनिया, ये रुपया सब कुछ धोखा है और ठाकुर जी सही है और एक दिन तो सब कुछ छोड़ के जाना ही पड़ेगा।
बहुत हेल्थी चले सी एक वृंदावन से शांति था कि बोली
I have come to Vrindavan to attain peace. I have no one else to go back to.
Dr. Lakshmi Gautam, a professor at a city college, is bringing dignity to these abandoned widows of Vrindavan, both in life and in death. Lakshmi was 9 years old when, while playing at the temple where her father was a priest, she met Latika, a widow from West Bengal.
क्योंकि उसके बच्चे नहीं थे तो वो मुझे बेटी की तरह पालती थी। मैं जितने दिन वो वृंदावन में रहती थी मुझे गोदी में खिलाती थी, गोदी में बिठा के, मैं बड़ी भी हो गई थी तो गोदी में बिठा के अपने हाथ से मुझे खाना खिलाती थी। तो मुझे उस समय लगता था कि इतनी कम उम्र में इसने इतने बड़े दर्दनाक इस चीज़ को सहा है, तो शायद वो लतिका ही मेरा प्रेरणा स्रोत रही कि जिसकी ज़िंदगी से रूबरू होकर मैंने इस काम को अपना एक उद्देश्य बनाया।
But it was 5 years ago that a personal tragedy compelled Lakshmi to work aggressively with the widows of Vrindavan.
मेरी बेटी जब गर्भवती हुई और 7वें महीने में जयपुर में उन्होंने एक निजी नर्सिंग होम में उसका अल्ट्रासाउंड कराया। अल्ट्रासाउंड कराने के बाद में जब उनको मालूम पड़ा कि उसके गर्भ में पल रहा जो बेबी है वो फीमेल बेबी है, तो उन्होंने मेरी बेटी के फादर इन लॉ ने मेरी बेटी को वहाँ से एक बस में जो मथुरा की तरफ आती है उसमें बिठा दिया। वैसी कंडीशन में थी कि मैं कह नहीं सकती, उस दर्द को मैंने वाकई में इतना झेला है, उस कष्ट को झेला है। उसके बाद मुझे हर लड़की में, हर महिला में उस बेटी का दर्द नजर आता है।
For more than 5 years now, Lakshmi's day begins with walking through the city alleyways or at the banks of the Yamuna, searching for widows who've been abandoned and bodies that are left unclaimed and rot for days before someone can grant them moksha. From getting the firewood to lifting of the body to the pyre, Lakshmi is at the forefront. After cremating almost hundreds of widows, Lakshmi says lighting the fire is no longer difficult.
जैसे लोग कहते हैं कि डर लगता है किसी के मरने जाने में या घबराहट होती है, मुझे तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं लगता। मैं तो सबको छू भी लेती हूँ, महिलाएं जो होती हैं उनको नहला धुला भी देती हूँ और उनके कपड़े भी बदलती हूँ। मुझे तो डर नहीं लगता, शायद ईश्वरीय प्रेरणा है, वही शक्ति देते हैं मुझे।
Life moves on in Vrindavan. Every day the city of Lord Krishna wakes up to the chants, a call of the supreme power. For the widows, the bhajans are also a source of income. As per the state government provision, every widow who chants for 9 hours a day will receive a nominal amount of 12 rupees. Even this meager amount is denied to the widows. That's when Lakshmi advocates and helps them file their papers and guards them from corrupt officials.
जैसा कि ये महिलाएं बताती हैं, मेरे पास आती हैं कि जिन बैंक के माध्यम से इनकी पेंशन निकलती है या जिस आश्रय सदन में ये रहती हैं वहाँ से पेंशन निकलती है, तो इनसे सुविधा शुल्क लिया जाता है। जैसे 1800 रुपये निकालने पर इससे 300 रुपये, 400 रुपये, 500 रुपये लिए जाते हैं और पेंशन बनवाने के लिए महिला से 1,000, 1,500 रुपये तक भी लिए जाते हैं।
As Lakshmi walks by, faces of the widows light up. From providing them blankets to fight the chilling winters to medical aid, Lakshmi never leaves any plea unattended. Lakshmi knows a lot more needs to be done to end this archaic tradition that leads families to abandon their loved ones. She's hoping to bring about a change, one step at a time.
Statistics shows that nearly half of the children of sex workers will one day themselves turn to this trade. That's a shocking reality. Preeti Patkar runs night shelters in Mumbai's red light areas so she can provide these children a safe haven and groom them for a future away from prostitution.
Statistics show 40% of female sex workers in India enter the trade before the age of 18. And of the 2.8 million sex workers here, 36% are children. This is an agonizing call for help. It is not a life their mothers chose. It's a life that these children were born into. Children of sex workers are often left to fend for themselves or are mute spectators to the horrors their mothers go through every day.
Nobody woke up one fine morning and decided to get into the sex trade, that they were trafficked, that they were forced, deceived, lured and sold into the sex trade. And that's what is likely to happen to the children if we do not give them an opportunity.
Saving the children of sex workers, the trauma of a life of abuse and neglect, is Preeti Patkar. Way back in 1986, when Preeti started her NGO Prerna in Mumbai's red light areas, she was told to back off.
The work that you're doing is only going to encourage prostitution. You are letting these morally loose women have more fun because now you're taking the responsibility of looking after their children.
Today, Preeti has 3 night care centers in Mumbai, housing over 200 children. As the sex workers drop their children to go to work, Preeti imparts value education to divert their minds. A new life that begins with a prayer and a meal leads eventually to aspirations for a better life.
और हम लोग को जितना बस्ती में नहीं मिलता उससे कई गुना ज़्यादा हम लोग को यहाँ पे मिलता है। जनरल नॉलेज, साइंस, कैंप, सब चीज़।
रोड पे रहने से तकलीफ होता था, उधर बारिश, ठंडी विंडी लगती थी, रोड का गाड़ी का आवाज़ आता था, तो दीदी ने हम लोग को यहाँ लाई। हम लोग को यहाँ अच्छा लगता है रहने को, चटाई मिलता, सोने को, चद्दर विद्दर सब मिलता।
मैं बड़ी होकर पुलिस ऑफिसर बनना चाहती हूँ और ये बात मैंने हमारे प्रेरणा संस्था की बड़ी दीदी को भी बताई, तो दीदी ने बोला हम लोग तेरा हेल्प करेंगे पढ़ाई में।
For us, it's comprehensive, holistic development of the child. So enrolling them in school, sustaining them in school, ensuring there's no wastage and stagnation, ensuring that they receive medical facilities, protecting children from abuse, neglect, violence and exploitation.
Nidhi is one of the many success stories. A daughter of a sex worker, Nidhi's life would have ended in the same by-lanes had Preeti not taken her in and educated her. Today, Nidhi has a promising career at a 5-star hotel in Mumbai. She's married and a mother to a 3-year-old.
हम लोग को 5-स्टार होटल में ट्रेनिंग करवाया और वहाँ ही जॉब हम लगे. मैं अभी खुश हूँ और प्रीति दीदी का मेरे पर बहुत साथ है.
सबने देखा है कि अपना बैंक का खाता, अपना बच्चे का नाम सब.
Preeti has also been fighting for the sex workers' identity in society. She helps them obtain ration cards, open bank accounts and even educates them on safe sex. 26 years later, having changed over 9,000 lives, Preeti has successfully prevented the second generation of sex workers from entering the world of prostitution.
More stories of courageous women on the other side of the break. Don't go away. One football, no equipment and zero encouragement. Yet, Bhavani Munda and her team of brave girls are rewriting history in the backward regions of Bengal. These girls truly imbibe the spirit of Yes We Can.
Bhavani Munda right out, Duars 11 team. Saura keeper, Duars 11 team. Shakuntala Orav, Duars 11 main defense. Liga Super, Duars 11 right out.
They are breaking down traditions and scripting their game. Running against all odds, this ragtag women's football team from Duars in North Bengal has been slowly but surely making their mark. Bringing the girls together is Bhavani Munda. Almost single-handedly, as a 7-year-old, she formed the team in 1993. But putting together a girls' team from the Tea Garden labour quarters where the girl child is considered a burden and either married off early or made to toil in the estates wasn't easy.
घर में जाके परमिशन लेना पड़ता था कि हम लोग ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं, खेलना चाहते हैं फुटबॉल, तो आप लोग घर से मतलब आपका लड़की को इजाज़त देंगे या नहीं देंगे. अच्छा, तो उसमें हम लोग को बोलते थे कि नहीं, हम लोग का समाज में तो लड़की सब अगर फुटबॉल खेलेगी तो वहाँ पे तो हाफ पैंट पहनना पड़ता है. हाफ पैंट पहनेगी, खेलेगी, तो पता नहीं हम लोग का समाज में क्या बोलेंगे, उसका शादी होगी कि नहीं होगी. ये भी सभी है.
Success has translated into a room full of trophies.
हम लोग जब ट्रॉफी जीत के आते थे तो बोलते थे कि नहीं, ये लोग थोड़ी ना जीत के आई होगी, वो लोग खरीद के लेके आई है ट्रॉफी. ऐसे बोलते थे. लोग हंसते थे. जी हंसते थे.
Bhavani's inspiration as a 7-year-old was her brother. Today, Bhavani and her sisters run this small tea shop that doubles up as a club. The money is used to run the team. There is no other funding.
End of the month, we get about 900 rupees as temporary tea garden workers. Difficult to run a team.
With at least 10 other women's team in this region, what sets apart Duars 11 is the platform of hope it provides for these girls and their victories. It has also led to Shakuntala Orav's journey to the Bengal under-19 team.
I was ill, but I took medicines and played. I have always wanted to play football.
The team has no coach, one set of jersey, 2 footballs. Sometimes work for a living takes its toll on team training. Yet, when they get together, the energy is infectious.
हम लोग तो जीवन है खेलना. हम लोग इसीलिए खेलते हैं और फुटबॉल बहुत ही पसंद है, इसीलिए खेलते हैं और खेलना चाहते भी हैं. और खेल के कुछ करना चाहते हैं और टूर्नामेंट भी जीतना चाहते हैं. इसीलिए हम लोग इस टीम में आए हैं और इस टीम को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं.
For these Duars Dynamites, football equals equal's life.
हम इतिहास बनाना चाहते हैं कि हम लोग एक दिन पैदा हुए थे तो हम लोग कुछ करके मतलब जाएंगे, गुजरेंगे.
Our next Braveheart faced sexual abuse at a place that was meant to protect her, a government-run orphanage. She not only spoke about abuse heaped upon her, but also helped free over 100 girls from sexual slavery. This is my real hero.
At a time when the brutal Delhi gang rape united thousands across the country, at a time when 1 billion women rose to protest violence against women across the world. This young girl showed tremendous courage to expose rampant sexual abuse at children's shelter in India. We're calling her Vijayata to protect her identity. Vijayata's story started with tragedy.
मेरा बचपन बहुत मुसीबतों से गुजरा. बचपन में मैंने इतनी सारी मुश्किलें देखी और मेरे पापा ने मुझे मिसयूज़ किया, मेरे से ज़बरदस्ती करने की कोशिश की और मेरी मम्मी ने तो सुसाइड ही कर लिया था. मैं और मेरी छोटी बहन को मेरे फादर, जिसे मैं अपने पापा कहना भी नहीं चाहती, वो मुझे अपना घर में छोड़कर आ गए थे.
That's how Vijayata first reached her new home, a children's shelter that was meant to keep her safe, and that's how she first met her warden, whom they fondly called Ma.
अच्छे से रह रहे थे, खा पी रहे थे, मस्जिद में थे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं. लेकिन 2 साल के बाद मैडम का बिहेव चेंज हो गया.
Behind the doors of this shelter home, tales of horror were endless. She wasn't alone. The girls of the home were taken to perform in marriages and later asked to amuse the men. The relative of the warden rampantly abused the girls, who were made to parade naked, were forcefully intoxicated, abortions were carried out, and girls who refused were brutally beaten. 10 years after Vijayata first came to the home, she gathered the courage and motivated 2 other girls to break free.
मैडम शादी के नाम पे हमें बेचती थी. शादी जिस दिन उससे एक दिन पहले हम वहाँ से नाइट में हमने चाबी उसके बैग से निकाल ली. उसके बाद मॉर्निंग में हम सुबह 4-5 बजे करीब हम वहाँ से भाग गए.
With a constant fear of getting caught, Vijayata then took a bus and reached Delhi to call the child helpline.
मैम आप रोहतक से भाग के आए हैं अभी और हमारे आपकी बहुत जरूरत है, आप जल्दी से लेने आइए.
It needs a lot of courage, lot of inner strength for a girl of her age to come out and speak against the system which has been protecting her.
Vijayata's expose rocked the country. A new law was passed that any case related to children will now be addressed only by special children courts. It also led to the arrest of 6 people, including the warden. More than 200 girls were liberated from a life of sexual slavery. Vijayata herself is now learning computers. She wants to work and stand on her own feet. And she wants to reach out to the others like her and raise her younger sister.
मैं चाहती हूँ जितनी भी लड़कियाँ वहाँ से मैंने निकली थी, सब अपने अपने कदम पे बढ़े और हमेशा आगे बढ़े, कभी पीछे ना मुड़ के देखें.
It was my privilege to bring to you the stories of these courageous women.
कदम पे बढ़े और हमेशा आगे बढ़े, कभी पीछे ना मुड़ के देखें.
It was my privilege to bring to you the stories of these courageous women. I'm sure in the next episode, you will find many such inspiring stories and women of courage. To contribute to their work, log on to realheroes.com. Until next time, take care.
Presented by Reliance Foundation. In partnership with Hindustan Times. Outdoor partner.